come to our house every Saturday night. It starts at 9 o'clock and it finishes at 11. And there's no drink or anything like that. It's just purely the music. And all of those musicians then on St. Patrick's Day would play in our church. Our church is named the same as this church. Our church is the Church of the Assumption as well. And we would play music there on St. Patrick's Day. It always was a highlight for us. And afterwards, we would play traditional music all day long. So I'm going to take you back to those days now, and to the music that we learned at home, and the music that we would play in our Church of the Assumption at Mass on St. Patrick's Day. And Fiacre is going to join me. Give him a nice round of applause. She wanted somebody in the family to be a priest or a nun. That's all she ever hoped for in her life. Not specifically me, but she always wanted somebody in the family to enter religious life. And I started in the music business, and I played all over, and I started to write music then myself. And I remember, and you remember, when the text for the Mass changed. You remember that? When we used to say, the Lord be with you and also with you, and now we say it with your spirit. And when the text for the Mass changed, I decided to write a new Mass for the new text. And my grandmother was delighted about this. And when I had it completed, I got a call one day from a Monsignor in Knock, asking me would I come up and perform some of the new music that I had written. And when I got the phone call, I told my grandmother, the Monsignor in Knock phoned me, and she thought this was a great thing. She thought there was going to be white smoke, I think, in our house. But I went and I sang there in Knock, and then 3 months later, the bishop in our diocese at home, his secretary phoned, and they asked me if the choirs in the diocese could have permission to sing the new music that I had written. So I told my grandmother, I got a call from the Archbishop's office the other day, and she thought there was going to be more white smoke. But it wasn't meant to be, and then 3 months later, Christmas time, I was living in Laois. I went downstairs the week before Christmas, and there was all the usual Christmas cards through the letterbox. And there was one envelope, a white envelope, I'll never forget it, with the Vatican seal. And I opened up the letter, and it was a letter from Pope Benedict. Pope Benedict was the Pope at the time, and somehow the music got to the Vatican. And he wrote to me, as you know, Pope Benedict was a great piano player himself. He wrote to me to say that he had heard the music, that he enjoyed it, and he sent his apostolic blessing on my music career. Of course, when my grandmother heard that I had a call from the Vatican, she phoned me up and she said, "I can't believe you got a letter from the Pope and he agrees with me and you still won't even take him up on his offer." But it wasn't meant to be. I wanted to do nothing, only music. I went to school in a convent where the nuns and the priests taught us there. I have a great relationship with all of those to this very day. One nun in particular taught me to play the piano, and her name was Sister Clare. And she taught me religious music on the piano, but she knew I loved country music as well, so she used to teach it to me in a different kind of way. So I'm going to play the very first piece of music that she ever taught me, and it's called "Give Me Joy in My Heart." Especially welcome as well. So wherever you're from, we want to welcome you all and hope that you enjoy the concert whatever way you would like to enjoy it. Whether that means that you would like to sit there quietly and enjoy the songs, that's fine. And if you'd like to sing along, we'd love it as well if you would do that. We're going to start with one of my favourite hymns, my favourite Irish hymns. We're going to the west of Ireland, to the beautiful place called Knock, and this is our version, our beautiful version of Lady of Knock, Queen of